Fine living, a la carte? Come to the Waldorf Astoria. Listen, hungry ones, see what Vanity Fair says about the new Waldorf Astoria. All the luxuries of private home. Now won't that be charming when the last flophouse has turned you down this winter? Furthermore, it is far beyond anything hitherto attempted in the hotel world. It cost $28 million. The famous Oscar Cherokee is in charge of banqueting. Alexandra Cousteau is chef. It will be a distinguished background for society, so when you've no place else to go, homeless and hungry ones, choose the Waldorf as a background for your rags. Or do you still consider the subway after midnight good enough? Roomers, take a room at the new Waldorf. You down-and-outers, sleepers in charities flophouses where God pulls a long face and you have to pray to get a bed. They serve swell board at the Waldorf Astoria. Look at this menu, will you? Gumbo Creole, crab meat and cassolette, boiled brisket of beef, small onions and cream, watercress salad, peach melba. Have lunch in there this afternoon, all you jobless. Why not? Dine with some of the men and women who got rich off of your labor, who clipped coupons with clean white fingers because your hands dug coal, drilled stone, sewed garments, poured steel to let other people draw dividends and live easy. Or haven't you had enough yet of the soup lines and bitter bread of charity? Walk through Peacock Alley tonight before dinner and get warm anyway. You've got nothing else to do.
Langston Hughes was a black writer who was very concerned with the plight of the underprivileged, especially underprivileged black people in the US. And this poem was written in 1931, which is just after the Great Depression, which happened in 1929, the Wall Street crash.
Hughes catches a real moment in American society in this poem, and I think he probably catches a moment for all of us, because it's the moment when the language of advertising dominates and almost starts to drown out other types of language. And his response in this poem is to actually inhabit the language of advertising, to take it on board, to meet it full on, and to subvert it.
He uses lots of techniques that advertisers use, like repetitions. Waldorf Astoria has just said hundreds of times to sort of drum it into your head. Within the text, uses bold lettering. There's lots of exclamations. There's lots of direct address of the reader to try and sort of hook you in. I think he's very good as well at conveying the sort of cruelty of advertising if you're poor in a consumer society. I love the line, "Have lunch in there this afternoon, all you jobless, why not?" Well, we all know why not.
He pretends he doesn't know why these people can't go to the Waldorf Astoria. Clearly they're too poor to go, but he's addressing them as if they could go if they wanted to.
Look at this menu, will you? Gumbo Creole, crab meat and cassolette, boiled brisket of beef.
There's also this tremendous piece of found poetry in the menu where he lists gumbo Creole and small onions in cream. Found poetry is sort of the poetic equivalent of contemporary artists getting a stuffed sheep in an art gallery. It's when a poet finds a list of instructions or a menu or a sign, and even though it's not intended to be poetry, sees a sort of poetry in it.
Small onions and cream, watercress salad, peach melba. Have lunch in there this afternoon, all you jobless. Why not?
From that moment on, I think there is a shift from wryness to bitterness. And that bitterness comes out in this passionate, punctuated list of activities which the underclass have to engage in so that these people can live in such luxury.
Dine with some of the men and women who got rich off of your labor, who clipped coupons with clean white fingers because your hands dug coal, drilled stone, sewed garments, poured steel to let other people draw dividends and live easy.
Because your hands dug coal, drilled stone, sewed garments, poured steel. And that's building up to a passionate conclusion and a bitter conclusion. That those lines, "You've got nothing else to do." They're both casual and absolutely to the point.
Oh, Franklin Roosevelt. people how he felt. We damn near believe what he said. He said, I hate war, and so does Eleanor, but we won't be safe till everybody's dead.